It's time to leave Pelotas, a travel day going to the Uruguayan border. I've just booked a Uber to get to the bus station, which will be here soon. It's going to be a confusing day. I can feel it already. Right, I'm at the bus station. The Uber driver was very quick from outside the hostel. And I have just bought my ticket, right, to Chuí, which is the border town of Brazil and Uruguay. It's costing me 107 reals. I have got 2 hours to wait, and it's a bit cooler out here, which is why I've come out. There's a nice little breeze going on. But I am leaving Pelotas. It's a shame because I really do like this place. If I was going to recommend any backpackers, any travellers who come to Brazil, you need to come down here. Southern Brazil is not really a place that most Europeans come to. I've loved it, and that hostel I stayed in, Pelotas Beer Hostel, beer, B-I-E-R, German beer, has just been so warm, friendly, and decent night's sleep. And what is my plan? Have I got one? Of course I have. So the border control within Chuí, going from Brazil to Uruguay, is not the easiest to understand. It's a little bit confusing. So for that reason, I'm going to stay one night on the Brazilian side in Chuí, and for that, it's not cheap at all. The cheapest place I could find online, £38, and when you've got a budget of £25 a day, ouch. And then tomorrow morning we'll be going across the border. On the Uruguayan side, it's still very expensive as a border town, so I'm going to try and find a bus first thing tomorrow morning and head inland to find the cheapest hostel that I can stay in, and then just chill out so I can work out what I'm doing in Uruguay. That sounds like a plan. Now amazingly, the taxi driver who just dropped me off, he didn't speak any English, but I told him, I just went, bus to Chuí, and he's like, oh. And as I got out the taxi, he just went, Chuí, and was like, I've had warnings of hostel people about different places, but never a taxi driver. So maybe he thinks that Chuí could be a bit dangerous. It's a frontier town, it's a border town. I've been to so many in the past, within Central America, Southeast Asia. So yeah, it's all very exciting. So what I'm going to do for the next 2 hours? I don't know. And I know the bus that takes me to Chuí is, well, I say 4 to 5 hours, but knowing me, I always guess wrong. I always end up another hour or so. So I could be there for about 7-ish, 6-ish. I want to try and get my money's worth out with this accommodation. But yeah, I've got a couple of hours of just chilling. So I've actually been outside in that seat for about an hour and a half, just playing Candy Crush, not realising that the time is flying. So I've come back into the bus station, basically found a cafe, and I've got my usual, what I always seem to have in a bus station, one of these things and a cappuccino. So I've got, oh God, I've got 15 minutes before the bus arrives. if it's on time. It's probably there already, so I might scoff this and just get my way. Okay, I think that could be my bus. Pelotas to Chuí. And there's a few people already waiting. So it's 5 to 1. Let's just join the queue. Here's your bus station. So everything so far goes smoothly, apart from the fact I was too engrossed in Candy Crush to realise what time it was. That's me on the bus. It's very quiet all the way around, although the bus is quite busy. There's more people at the front and right at the back. More importantly, it's got a toilet. So according to Google Maps, this is going to take, if I was driving straight down, just over 3 hours. We will see. So I am very confused. So we're still on the bus, and I think I'm about a few kilometers out from Chuí, but where we've just been to is border control. So everybody had to get off the bus, and there's only 1, 2, 3 people and then me. I was told to go into the building that we just passed, give my passport in, and then they stamped it. And I tried to explain that no, I'm staying for a night in Chuí. He's still stamped, and to be honest, I've no idea if I'm stamped out of Brazil or stamped into Uruguay. So I did say, is this Uruguay? Yes, it is. Okay. The weirdest border crossing that there is. That's not on the border, it's about a couple of kilometers back. I'm off the bus. I'm at Chuí, and this is the border. So not long, just dropped off down there. There is the entry to Uruguay over that way, and it's a 10-minute walk to my hotel, which is that way. So on the bus itself there was a military girl. She's already gone, who spoke a little bit of English with the help of Google Translate, and I showed her my passport and I said, look, have I got an exit stamp for Brazil? Am I meant to be leaving? And she's like, oh, I don't know. That could be the customs stamp. As I said, it's about a kilometre that way, and I know that's probably where I've got to go tomorrow to do border control. For a little time it was all very confusing. So it's now 25 past 5. Got here about 5 minutes ago. So 4 hours 25 minutes to get here, and the route that I took was just one long straight road through countryside, and I think it's one bus a day that goes this way to Chuí, and it's stopped in a lot of very small villages to pick up lots of people, drop off lots of people, and there's only about, as I said, there's 4 of us all together on the bus that came here. Now, the reason there is a lot of expensive hotels is because people from Uruguay will come over here to do duty-free shopping, and vice versa, going across from Brazil over to Uruguay. So people who want to stay the night will pay some money. And obviously I've got the cheapest at £38. I mean, it doesn't seem to be that dangerous, according to the taxi driver, yet. But I did read online from a vlog, a blog from 2018. Most of the shops around here close at 6. So if that's the case, I might have to drop bags off, find some food very quick. But I know, all in all, the bus ride, simple, straightforward, got here no problem. And I'm just going to need to check my map, make sure I'm going in the right place. So I am going the right way, and just down there is a street, and I might try and get down there in the next half hour, see if there's any shops, but that is on the border. So one side of the street is Brazil, the other side is Uruguay, which is pretty random, pretty rare. A lot of gated houses. So why have I decided to stay for one night in a place that has got expensive hotels? As I said, it's 25 past 5, half past now. The next destination from here is another 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and I have no idea what time buses are going that way. So I could have ended up staying overnight in a bus station, especially in a border town where anything could have happened. Well, Google Maps did say about 10 minutes, not quite. I think I've taken a wrong turning. Let's just go straight to the highway. It is correct. There's a little turn off somewhere down here. So because of my budget, £25 a day, how can I cover such things as expensive border town hotels? And that's where Buy Me a Coffee donation page comes in. There are people who will so kindly donate money, which does help me out when I do get stuck in places like this. So a big thank you to the following: David Forbes, who has donated to my Buy Me a Coffee, Carlos Batasta and Paul Whiteman. Your donations is helping pay for the bus journey and the hotel, which hopefully is just down here on that side. And if you do want to donate to my Buy Me a Coffee page, then all you got to do is follow the link that's in the description. Right, I guess there is no path, so I just go down here. Oh, that's a bit too steep. Oh, there's a proper path here. Not too far, I hope. And you can see the sun's starting to come down a bit quick. I think one of these might be a hotel. And there is my hotel, La Familia Posada. So I'm here. This is my room for £38 a night. It did tell me it had aircon. No, it doesn't. That fan's going to be looking after me all night. Yeah, it's basic, but when you go outside, it's an apartment type place. Now, reception I've just been in, very, very confusing. But that was a travel day. I have no idea if I've checked out the country or not. If that's just a custom stamp, like the military girl said, or it's a Leave Brazil stamp. I don't think I can ask her down there. But it's coming up to 10 to 6. If everything closes at 6 o'clock, I think I need to go and get some food. So if you've enjoyed this little journey, then all you got to do is press that like button. And if you want to see if I make it across to the border, if I'm here illegally, if I get arrested, then tune into the next video. But until then, what's happening? Bye bye for now.